Hey, welcome back to the Myth and Precious channel, home of Steampunked Out and Nemesis Gear Leathercraft, as well as the Knox Hollow Wood Shop. And again, we are back in the Knox Hollow shop making magic wands today. And as promised, I am doing the next video for the new woods that I've acquired. And this is Osage Orange. I'm only doing one wand on this video, so we're going to make it a little bit shorter. And I really liked this wood. It turned really nice, but the color on it is just, there's some really interesting color variations that we'll get into here shortly. Um, First of all, I did kind of start partway through the process on this. The first part goes pretty quick. All I'm doing is just getting it rounded out and getting the blade of the wand down to the right size, about the size of a Sharpie, so that it fits into the wand holsters that I make for the Nemesis gear with the leather. And then I feed that up into the chuck jaws that you see there. And now all I'm doing is I've got the handle marked out on this. Handles on my wands. Again, if you haven't watched my other videos, about 4 inches in total. So about a half inch for the pommel, and then the grip and the guard is another 3.5 inches, give or take. Just a general uh, rough estimate on the length there. It gives me a good guide to go with, so that my wands have a similar shape and style. I think so. Anyways, we're gonna skip through some of the shaping on this wood to kind of speed it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna do some really interesting. I've made a jig to do some interesting faceting on this that I've kind of played with a little bit. I like the way it looks, so I made a jig to kind of help speed that up, and I'll show you that as well. And also, while you're watching the shaping going on here on the handle, just a quick reminder to slide down there and hit that thumbs up button. That really helps out the channel. Thank you very much. And also, if you want to see some more of these videos, you can go down and hit the subscribe button and make sure that you ring that bell, and that will also notify you anytime that I post a new video. I am working on several new videos right now. They're going to be posted in the coming weeks. I've got another special edition Osage Orange coming up, as well as some really interesting exotic and fancy woods that include holly and ebony. So make sure you check that out. So once we got the handle shaped, I got a rough sand on it. I did come back to this as I wanted to put a little bit of a taper onto the blade of the wand before I go to the sander, because I want it to be as centered as possible. So we get that done, and then we're going to sand it up and everything. But this really burns beautifully. So I've gone in now. I've put my um, the friction burn with the wire tool. So I'm putting those in, and I'll clean and sand those up, and then take off the pommel. But I'm going to use the torch on this because this wood, it burns very nicely, but it also, like, around the burned area, the black kind of charred area, where it starts to get hot, it kind of has this really awesome burnt orange, kind of a rusty orange color that comes out to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do the torch, and then I'm gonna sand some of that back off to bring back a little bit of that orange around the edges as well. And when I taper this or when I facet it with the faceter, there's going to be this really beautiful color change between the black and the orange, and then the natural yellowish color of the wood. So as you can see, I just kind of lightly charred up the blade there, and then I'm going to go ahead and sand this down. Now that I've got most of my burning and stuff done, I got to go in and kind of clean up the edges and sand that up to a high polish. This one goes up to at least a 1500 grit. So it is pretty dense wood. It's not quite as dense as some of the other ones I'm working with, but it does get a nice polish. As you can see, it's already got a shine on it there, and I haven't even put any oil and wax on it. So just kind of a real quick look here. And then now I'm over at the sander, and this is really cool that so what I did is I designed a tapered center on this, so that, and I have different sizes to slide up on the shaft so I can get it to go up as high as I need it to go there, depending on the size of the blade. and that kind of just friction fits on there temporarily, and that gives me an evenly spaced, five-sided, facet. So what I can do now is I've just got like a little piece of scrap wood that I'm kind of adjusting because I want to get the angle right on the blade on this, and I'm going to use this as a guide to get my facets started. And this turned out it worked really well. And I'm just basically sending a flat spot on this at an angle, so as you can see, the facets are starting to come out, and I'll finish cleaning this up on the belt sander and then with the sanding block, to get the facets on there. And then I brought that burning up a little higher, and as you can see, once I cleaned up the facets with the wood block, there's a really nice transition on that. So, and then I also did, of course, the pommel has the facets, and that really shows off some of that color. And I've got the oil on this, so I was really happy with the colors and the shape on this wood. And then I'm gonna get a final photo here once everything is dried and I get the wax and stuff on it. The final photo always looks the best to me because I can actually get proper lighting and stuff. And as you can see, the colors on this, they range from a yellow to kind of a rusty orange to kind of a deep reddish color into a black. And it just, I'm really enjoying the look of this wood. It's kind of in the mid range as far as woods go for working with it. It's not terribly soft. It's not terribly hard. It's decent to work with. So it was quite enjoyable and totally worth it for the colors and stuff that you get on it. I really can't wait to work with some more. So, anyways, if you've enjoyed this, I hope that you'll come back and join us for the next one we got coming up. And until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.